The time has come. I want to turn on my Pocket Pikachu, and I finally got a screwdriver that would fit this because, man, that was not fun. But this goes... Okay, let's get this closed. Let's see the nostalgia. So it was clearly reset. I was kind of hoping there was other stuff on it because I was like, I want to see what would be on here. I literally don't remember how to do anything. I just remember that you need to shake it. Do I need to like hit it for it to pop out? What do we need to do? All right, I am back. So I have found that I can get this to turn on, but the buttons aren't so responsive. I ended up taking this whole thing apart to fix the issue. So what we're going to do is a little bit more in depth. We're going to use not only rubbing alcohol, but this time we're also going to use some vinegar to try and combat the damage of a very long old battery that was clearly left inside. I'll put an image on screen where you can see what this looked like before I did any tampering with it. I did watch a really cool video on how to do this, but he just had a weird button issue. Like this straight up has corrosive damage in it. Oop. One thing I got this little screw holder, or like it's meant for like glasses or whatever. But I find sometimes this part likes to come out. So this guy is a little bit more in depth than your regular Tamagotchi / Digipet VPet in general, because of the fact that, okay, we're gonna put the screws over here, the fact that there's a weighted bobber in this, like this noise, right? So because of that, there is an extra step we have to do. Actually, I'm gonna try and move you guys, see if I can get this a little bit better. I think you guys will be less in my way like this. I think it'll work better. Okay. So what we're going to do is just take off all the screws here. Mind you, once we get to the inside, I want to hold it so you guys can see what the order of where the screws are, where the mechanism is, so you can properly be able to put everything back in place, because I definitely want to make sure that everybody can correct this. Now, these old VPets have a lot of, like, they're pretty sturdy, so you can be a little bit more aggressive in the sense of like us cleaning it out. There is the sound mechanism here that we don't want to break off, and I don't have any soldering tools, so we have to try and make sure that we don't break that. But here you can see this is the bobber. So we need to make sure that we put this in the correct way, and it also doubles as a screw here. So I will take a snip of this to show you guys to make sure we don't miss any parts. So there is 4 screws here. We have one here, 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 and here. So we're going to take these all off, and if this part comes apart, it's okay. I've had to put it back myself. It's just a little wire that pushes it back up into place. So do not be afraid, but this is where the battery lives, and as you can see, there is a little bit of greening. Oh, maybe you can't see it on the screen, but I could tell once I opened this there was a little bit of green here, so I knew that we had a bit of an issue. So we're going to open this up further and clean out the buttons. So what was happening with mine, I thought it was completely broken, but it would hold on the screen and I couldn't get Pikachu to come out of the ball in the first place. But turns out it's because the buttons were just so corroded because of the battery that was here that was causing it such damage. And so that's why it wasn't responding. I did one cleaning of this already, but clearly we need to give it a bit more love, and I did do some research about using some vinegar. So as you can see, this bobber piece isn't held down by anything. You just can lift it right up. I'm going to try and keep it together because it's one less thing we have to assemble back together. There we go. All right, so now we can lift this off gently. I actually found that using another screwdriver head, like the flathead screwdriver, did help with this. And so just lightly pull it up on all sides here. There we go. And now it is off. Oh, that guy wanted to come out. Okay, go back in. What you doing there? So here is it fully apart. But yeah, the corrosion was happening here, 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 and here mostly. And so that's what we're going to focus on. Also, this isn't really sitting where it should anymore. It's just, it's kind of bent, the image, or like the piece of paper or whatever is back here, but it doesn't really matter too much. We are going to take some vinegar first, and we'll clean all the parts as best we can, and then we will move to using alcohol. The reason why I'm doing it in that way is because if we just leave the vinegar, what will happen is the vinegar will slowly corrode the parts that we're trying to clean, so it almost doesn't work. So I'm just using some Q-tips. You can use whatever you have at home. So I'm just going to lightly try and wash the areas that have the issue. I'm going to just do it on all the pieces. Also going to do it on here. So one thing to watch out for on here that I had an issue with is this is the little screw that you put, or this is the spot where the battery lives, and this is the little teeny screw that goes into this nut. So it does move around, so definitely be careful not to just flip this upside down and stuff, because you will definitely get this dislodged, and you don't want to have to try and find that somewhere else. So I'm also just going to clean the buttons, because that definitely still has some corrosion bits on it. I'm going to spin this around, and I'm also just going to clean off the connections, because this is clearly where the problem was, obviously. So we might as well clean off all of this as best we can. Alright, then we're going to go in with the alcohol, and we want to use a clean Q-tip for this. And we're just going to go in and go over everything that we touched, because we don't want anything else to corrode or have issues. I like to do all of these parts first, because then it gives it more time to dry while I focus on the buttons. I am still getting a little bit of stuff off, but it's definitely not as bad as the first time I cleaned all of this off. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of stuff off, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. I think this is probably as good as I'm going to get it. This was secondhand, so, you know, technically, because this thing's like 25 years old, this very well could have been with its original battery for 25 years, you know. So we do have to give it that. So I just want to make sure that everything's okay here. Okay. So now we have our parts that we're going to reassemble. Just for ease, I like to put this battery back, or this screw back in first here. And then I want to put this one up here. And now for the bobbin, we're just going to take this and put it back. Oh, come back here. There we go. We want to make sure we put this in the right way. So this needs to be facing up. There we go. Up. And then screw that in. See why I said having a picture of what it's supposed to look like is very important so you don't mess it up? Alright, and now at this point we can close it up. There we go. Okay. When you hear the click, you know it's okay. Okay, so we're going to put in the screws. And now it's time for the battery. Okay, here we go. I feel like this button is definitely working a lot better. Where is the sound? There we go. Oh my god, this is working. These buttons are working so much better. So, as you can see, you shake him. I cannot believe how well the second cleaning goes. So definitely keep in mind that you may have to do more cleaning than you would like. Let me see if these buttons work better. Oh, they do. Oh my god, you guys. Oh, I don't think I have enough money. Oh, I only have one. Right, okay. So these buttons work like new. I am beyond overjoyed. He should probably be going to sleep soon. But I have added a new little pet to my collection, and I have spruced him up. He is all clean. I am so ecstatic that that actually worked. And good luck, you guys. Don't think that it is over if he doesn't turn on. You can fix it. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more videos like this, more Tama videos, more V-Pets and stuff. I hope you found this helpful. Good luck, and I believe that you can fix this issue. All right, have a great one, everybody, and good night.